sublime, 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 sublime.
How's everyone doing? Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've shown you random horror DVD shelves and random Blu-ray shelves. So I figured today I'm going to show you random Criterion Collection shelves. I'm just going to do one right now, random Criterion shelf number 1, but it's going to be the middle shelf. I'm going to mix it up because this one actually has a mixture of Blu-rays and DVDs, and not all the DVDs are out on Blu-ray yet. I know everybody loves Blu-ray, but you can't always get everything on Blu-ray, at least not yet. And none of these Criterion Collection movies are really organized. They're not alphabetized, and they're not organized by the numbers on the spines for the Criterions. They're just basically put on the shelves in random order, so it is truly a random Criterion Collection shelf video that I'm about to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this row right here of Criterions. I've got that row's Criterions right there, so the one stacked on the tops. That one right there, with the one stacked on the tops. That third one right there, and this one has a couple right there. And then I have the Zatoichi set over there, which is a fantastic set, by the way. Blind Swordsman. So this is going to be something kind of interesting. Hopefully you enjoy it, and if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. And if you have any Criterion Collection recommendations for me to check out or pick up, definitely let me know. But now let's go ahead and check out this random Criterion Collection shelf number 1. There we go, there's the shelf. And I'll go ahead and go over the ones that are stacked up here first. This stack right here is DVDs. Downhill Racer right here with Robert Redford and Gene Hackman. I thought the editing could have been a little bit better in this movie. There's certain scenes where I thought it could have been a little bit better right there. Just a couple that stuck out in my mind. But whenever I think about this movie, I think about those scenes in particular. Next up is Samuel Fuller's White Dog, which I really enjoy this film. Might be my favorite Samuel Fuller film. Possibly. Racist Dogs. In Science is Fiction, 23 films by Jean Panlev. 3 discs in total. Some pretty interesting sci-fi shorts right here. The disc 1 has 13 films, disc 2 has 10 films, and disc 3 is Jean Panlev through his films. And very surreal and very interesting. And next up is Wings of Desire, which is a German film. This movie inspired City of Angels with Meg Ryan and Nick Cage. Oh wait. This one is very dramatic, but also very beautifully shot. And next up is one of my all-time favorite movies and one of my all-time favorite Criterion Collection releases, and that is On the Waterfront with Brando right there, directed by Elia Kazan. And Leonard Bernstein's score was absolutely fantastic, and this is a 2-disc edition right here. And very nice edition for this one. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Classic. Love. Absolutely can't say enough great things about On the Waterfront. One of my all-time favorite movies. And next up is Hunger from Steve McQueen. Another great Michael Fassbender, Steve McQueen team up right there. Really can't wait to see what they do in the future. I hope they continue to work together. Again with Shame and then 12 Years a Slave as well. Next up is Secret Honor, which I really enjoy this film. It's a Robert Altman film, and it's basically just a one-man show right here. It's the lead actor playing Richard Nixon, and he's just in a room in the White House by himself drinking and talking and going crazy, and it's just a tour de force. Philip Baker Hall, the lead actor, is just phenomenal, and I love that they didn't edit certain scenes out in here. There's a scene where he's just, you know, raving and he's spitting and he spits, and there's just like white piece of spittle that you see fly out of his mouth, and just you see that and it's just sitting there for a minute. I'm like, it's cringeworthy, but it's also really raw and gritty and kind of contributes to the realism of the film and very believable, and absolutely love the heck out of this one. This one always makes me want to drink. Love it. David Cronenberg's Dead Ringers. Neil Jordan's Mona Lisa. And then 2 films that feel out of place on the Criterion Collection. 2 Michael Bay films, Armageddon and The Rock. Now I enjoy The Rock. I think it's a good action film, but it just feels out of place on the Criterion Collection. And next up is America Lost and Found, the BBS story box set right here. Very nice edition. And it includes the film Head, Easy Rider, 5 Easy Pieces, Drive, he said, A Safe Place, The Last Picture Show, The King of Marvin Gardens. And Life During Wartime, which is a Todd Solondz film. Kind of an acquired taste right there. Howard's Inn. Revanche. La Haine, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's a black and white film and probably one of the best modern black and white films out there. And Robinson Crusoe on Mars, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. Absolutely love this one. Great sci-fi film. And Adam West is in here as well. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button with the slipcover. Chungking Express, which I love this movie and I was so happy to pick this up. This is actually the harder to find Digipack edition. It's out of print to begin with, but this Digipack edition is even harder to find. There's the slipcover right there. Slides right off. I'll go ahead and show you the inside. This one usually goes for around 70 plus. And there's the booklet right there. And you get the standard keep case edition, clear case edition of Chungking Express for around 40 to 50. But this Digipack one is definitely harder to find, and I love these Digipack editions. Usually they're just on the first run, so they usually go out and they're kind of hard to find, and you better get them quick because they go up in price. And next up is Night of the Hunter with Shelley Winters and Robert Mitchum. Robert Mitchum was fantastic in this. Next up is The Sweet Smell of Success. Great performances from both Burt Lancaster and Tony Curtis. Bicycle Thieves. This is the start of the DVDs. The last few were Blu-Rays right there. And I really enjoy how some of the DVD sets for Criterion have, you know, the novels or the screenplay or something like that, so it's a thicker set. The Blu-ray counterparts usually don't have that. Not all the time anyways. Next up is Godard's Breathless. Very nice set again as well. The Furies, which includes the novel. Some thicky sets right here. Pandora's Box. There you go. Two-Lane Blacktop with the screenplay. And this, of course, has Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys and James Taylor in their only acting roles. Eyes Without a Face. And I really love the documentary on here, Blood of the Beast, which is a 1949 short documentary about the slaughterhouses in Paris. The Ice Storm, which is one of my favorite Ang Lee films, that and Ride with the Devil. And I definitely want to pick this one up on Blu-ray. I think it's worth the upgrade. Really enjoyed this film. Kind of a washed out look to the film, which really fits the tone. And the whole cast was fantastic. And they really capture the times in there as well. Insomnia, the original Insomnia. I'm not a big fan of Nolan's remake of it, but I love that one. Under the Volcano. Bad Timing. And Bad Timing has Art Garfunkel in here, and Harvey Keitel and Teresa Russell. Homicide, David Mamet film. George Washington. Sweet Movie, which is pretty gross and crazy. Sisters, which is a Brian De Palma film. Kurosawa's The Hidden Fortress, very influential film. And I do want to pick up the Blu-ray for this as well. The Last Temptation of Christ, good old Marty, and Willem Dafoe. And this one has David Bowie, Harry Dean Stanton, Barbara Hershey, and Harvey Keitel in here. Port of Shadows, oh, I love this one. So beautiful. The cinematography in here is just fantastic. The foggy port right there. Branded on the Brain. Life of Brian. Solaris. The Blob. Matrice with Gerard Depardieu, and this is a Barbette Schroeder film. I'm a big fan of his. A Nos La Liberté. Ingmar Bergman's Scenes from a Marriage. And this is a 3-disc set right here. Orson Welles' F for Fake. Night on Earth, a Jim Jarmusch film. Big fan of Jim Jarmusch as well. And I would really like to see Dead Man get a Criterion Collection release. Absolutely love that one. And it's an earlier Johnny Depp film, my favorite Johnny Depp film, Dead Man. And I love the Neil Young soundtrack as well, the main theme. And it's just a very surreal film. And if you haven't checked out Dead Man from Jim Jarmusch, definitely do yourself a favor and check that one out. But Night on Earth is enjoyable as well. And enjoy the cast in there. Brief Encounter. Now, I really want to get the Blu-ray box set with Brief Encounter as well for Criterion. Do the Right Thing, a Spike Lee joint. And the ending always gets me for this movie. Just gets me all charged up. Great cast in there as well. They all play their parts just perfectly. And next up is The Spirit of the Beehive. And I absolutely love this movie. It's very haunting and surreal. And I never hear anybody talk about this movie. And I would definitely give this a high recommendation. And a fantastic Spanish film set in the Spanish Civil War. And next up is the dual set of Grey Gardens and the Beals of Grey Gardens. Right here. So there you go. There is my random Criterion Collection shelf, number 1. And if you've seen these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. And if you have any Criterion Collection recommendations for me to check out or pick up, definitely let me know. Leave me a comment or video response down below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did, and if you want to see more random Criterion Collection shelf videos. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.
Sublime.